We are here with another Sister Scoop this week. Getting right into it, something pretty exciting is that Spider-Man Noir, am I saying that
I think it's
correctly?
Noir.
Noir, however you want to say it, is supposed to be getting underway in September. For those of you who don't necessarily know this news, this was confirmed a couple months ago, I believe, that we were going forward with a Spider-Man Noir movie and that Nick Cage is going to be back. And there you go, guys, Nick Cage. And he'll be back voicing his character from the Spider-Verse movies. And I think we're all pretty excited about this one.
Yeah, I think there's actually a lot to unpack here. I mean, one, we're seeing the first time a character from the Spider-Verse movies making the jump to live action. Am I a little bummed it's not Miles first? Yeah, but whatever. Miles is going to get his own movie. Amy Pascal's, confirmed it. I will sit and I will wait patiently or impatiently. I think the other thing to think about is, what are Nick Cage's past roles? Well, Ghost Rider. So I think this is a pretty good indicator that he's not going to reprise his role in any major way. I don't think anybody was really expecting that, but if you had, any hope left in your heart that he was going to come back and play Johnny Blaze, this is pretty much going to quash it now. But I'm okay with that. I think, if we want to nod to him, have a cameo, and then let him do this role and let someone else take over the Ghost Rider role, maybe Ryan Gosling, like we talked about last week, I'm all down for that. But I do think that this, starting production and even being confirmed is a lot. There's a lot to it and actually has a lot of ramifications for many different universes and multiverses and all kinds of things.
Yeah, I have to say to your first part, I was a little shocked because, and I have to excuse myself when I said voiced by, I should say being acted or being played by, because I totally forgot that this was going to be a live action, which I think when I first saw it, I was like, oh, interesting. Especially
Yeah.
because it is going to be Nick Cage, and I have no complaints to that. I do like that that's a continuity thing, so that's not going to be changed up anywhere. But it is definitely a weird choice, I think. I'm excited, but it is weird to bring him into live action like that. But as you said, as far as Ghost Rider, I think we will probably see a cameo. I think that's a fan service kind of thing just to do it, especially when you do have like the OG Blade coming back and things like that. I think it's a fan service moment, but I don't, to your point, think anybody expected him to come back to play Ghost Rider at any point. And so, here's Sony once again stealing Marvel actors for other roles that we will have to see if this is actually good, because the only thing that they've put out so far that we thought were successful has been animation. So now that it's a live action, I'm nervous, but I'm excited. I am excited for what we're going to see.
And the
Moving
first
on.
Venom. Just want to put that out there. I
Well,
think we liked the first Venom.
True.
Don't want to crap
And
on all their movies.
we're hoping the next one, the final one's better. But correct. Honestly, that was so long ago, I forgot.
I know.
But moving on to our next one, more MCU related. Jaimie Alexander, or Lady Sif, our fave. We love her.
The best.
She has put forth the idea of doing a Lady Sif and Beta Ray Bill show. I just have to first say, I'm so glad that she's out here like, yes, please bring Lady Sif back in whatever way, shape, or form you want to do it, because I want to play this role and I want her to play the role.
Yeah, I mean, I think she was done so dirty in, basically every Thor movie ever.
Yeah.
I think, I'm pretty sure, and I don't want to speak out the wrong side of my mouth here, but I'm pretty sure she's a Thor love interest in the comics. You don't have to necessarily play that, storyline. It's fine. I know we went Jane and now he's like full dad mode. I get it. But she's still an important character to Thor. And I think they were kind of maybe setting that up in Thor 1. Then, of course, you got a new director. They switched completely to Jane. Then we got a new director. Then she wasn't even in it. And then in Thor 4, she was like completely like had like 2 minutes of screen time. It was dumb.
Not only was she not in Ragnarok, but then they killed off all of his other friends.
We are doing Ragnarok this week as our replay, and we didn't mention that the Warriors 3 were absolutely obliterated. So that is just one more thing. But yeah, you're right. No more Warriors 3. Sif is completely on the back burner. Honestly, she was more interesting in her cameo in Loki, where she does the same exact thing 40,000 times, than she was in any of the Thor movies, and it's not Jaimie Alexander's fault. She's literally
No.
given bare bones material to work with, and I love, to your point, that she's out here advocating for the character and trying to make it work, because that is a waste. Also, Beta Ray Bill has a ton of history in the comics. We also saw his face on the side of the Grandmaster's Tower in Ragnarok, so he canonically exists within the MCU. I love it. The girl's a genius. Give her the money, give her the role, give her the show. Kevin, write the check and let's go. Like, why are we stopping here?
Well, and to be fair, everybody else seems to get a show nowadays.
I know.
So why not? I think enough people would tune into it anyway. And again, everybody else seems to get a show. Aren't they talking about, there was rumor that like Darcy and oh my gosh, the FBI agent whose name is currently escaping me. But there was rumor that those two were going to get a show. Like, if anybody can get a show or at least have rumors about one, let it be Lady Sif, who's been here since some of the most beginning moments of the entire Marvel universe. So I'm here for it.
Agreed.
But this last piece of news just, it tickles my heartstrings because Benedict Cumberbatch, our fave Doctor Strange, has lightly confirmed that Avengers 5 will start filming in 2025, which, hey guys, 5 months away, just about. So that's insanely exciting and I cannot wait. And also, if he's confirming it or lightly confirming it, that's really good news to me.
Oh, totally. I also was laughing hysterically because the article I was reading talking about what he said and let slip was like, he's usually the guy sent to police all the spoilers.
Yeah.
He's specifically tied up, paired up with Tom every single time, because we all know how Tom's tongue is extremely loose. And here he is just casually mentioning he's going to do an Avengers film next year. Like, hi, Ben, what's going on? I'm not complaining, but you're going to lose your job, your second job that you never wanted, which is Tom's, interview coach.
Yeah, I mean, it is a little shocking that it was slipped out there like that, but I'm beyond excited. I think we all were expecting it. I'm not sure it's exactly news, but it's more so news that we can place him exactly there. Like we all didn't expect Doctor Strange in it, obviously with that ending of MOM, but still I think it is still pretty good to be able to say, okay, he's preparing for this role, and I mean, I'm going to assume he plays a big part in it. I'm just excited. I'm really excited. Do I know how we're going to get there yet still? No. Not at all. But Avengers 5 starts filming next year. That's awesome news.
Yeah, I will say the one thing that is a little bit of a bummer is it is confirmation that he's going to again be blocked. His storyline is going to again be blocked and chopped by an Avengers film. So we'll see how that all bears out and everything. But hey, if it brings him closer to the version of himself that's going to be Doctor Doom's lackey in Secret Wars, then I'm all here for it. So maybe they can figure out how to do a cohesive character development and storyline across multiple franchises, because they've yet to do it successfully with almost any character. And that is always our biggest qualm. We love you, Marvel, but that is a place to work on, my friends.
Yeah, and it's fair. I'm not going to argue because I agree with you. I think I said when way back when we did our Doctor Strange replay, how upsetting I realized it was to see him get kind of stuck in between the Avengers film. So by the time you watch MOM, it's a completely different realm. There are things that were forgotten from the first movie. And yeah, it looks like that's the direction we're going. It looks like, and I think a lot of us thought this, but it looks like that end credit scene is fully setting up Secret Wars rather than setting up a third Doctor Strange prior to Secret Wars. So that is probably that confirmation as well, like you were saying. But I think we're going to just have to accept it for what it is and hope it doesn't completely derail him by the time he gets a third movie.
And hey, maybe they'll do a Captain Marvel type thing where he's the only movie. She was the only movie, right? Yeah. The only movie in between the two Avengers. So,
True.
I mean, not that I love that, but that's an option, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we will just have to wait and see. But either way, Avengers 5, guys, it starts filming next year, which is beyond exciting for us. And that has been this week's Sister Scoop. So make sure you guys are following and subscribing to us on YouTube and all the other socials. You guys can just search Sisters Assembled and you'll find us without any issues. Of course, Also, listen to the podcast. That can be on any of your listening platforms of choice. So go ahead and check us out. And we will be back next week with more Marvel news. Bye.